So Africa is very huge, very diverse, and has so many things. And you might be interested in knowing the languages of Africa. Also, even if you know the language of one place, maybe you want to know about the language of another place in Africa. So today I'm going to explain in an easy way the languages of Africa. So let's go. So Africa is very huge, and as I just mentioned before, Africa have been influenced more by the outside languages. And if you can see also even today in Africa, most languages are made by mix of some languages when people meet each other and they want to facilitate the communication. So without losing time, let me start and explain in an easy way the languages which are used in Africa. First of all, the language which is mostly used, or I can say the origin of language which is mostly used, is the language which comes from Bantu people, which is the Niger-Congo language. And you might be thinking, what is the Niger-Congo language? Niger-Congo language are just language which are spoken by Bantu people, and Bantu people are originated from the West Africa. West Africa is actually the place where the seen today as black people, they have been spreading all around through Africa, and these people, their languages are the language which are mostly spoken. But the problem is that they have been changed with time, and they have been mixed with so many other languages which they have been meeting in the way. And some mostly spoken languages as Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, Zulu, Kikongo. All these languages are languages basically of Bantu people, which can be called Niger-Congo language. But due to many things, this language couldn't survive for long or remain as only one language, because every population have been taking a different place and meeting different challenges, which made that all these languages have been changed. And today, one of the most famous language which came out of this language is like Swahili. Swahili is just the mixture of so many language from Bantu people with Arabic, which is the most spoken language of Africa today. And Swahili is actually even the language from which come the most famous word Hakuna Matata. Speaking of Swahili as a mixed language with Arabic, there are so many other places in Africa where they speak Arabic, and actually Arabic is the most spoken single language in Africa by now. And Arabic actually is mostly spoken also on the northern side of Africa, and it have been influencing every other language on the northern side of Africa since it became powerful and with the relation which the northern side of Africa had with the Arabic world and the Middle East. So coming to East Africa and the Northeast Africa, we can see the presence of many Afro-Asiatic language, which are just the mixture of African language with Asiatic language. Also again, due to many things which happened there and many kind of traders or any other circumstance which could happen and let foreigners come in Africa. And since we know also that East Africa is actually home to so many people, it be Bantu, Nilotics, the place where they meet the most is the East Africa side. So going to the southern side of Africa, the southern side of Africa is also dominated by the Bantu languages as Zulu and so many other languages in the southern side of Africa. And these languages are Zulu, Shona, and so many other languages in the southern side of Africa. And all these languages are basically of Bantu people. But there are also so many other languages which came out of the mixture of many people who have been there in the southern side of Africa. And with that, you can see the presence of so many languages as Euro-African language, Indo-African language, and so many other, which are due to the mix of people from different places with Africans. So in all, it's so easy to understand that the language of Africa again are influenced by just the presence of people. Where Bantu people are in majority, they have been spreading more their language, which are kind of similar to each other. And also each side of Africa have been influenced by different things and different people, since the whole Africa doesn't have a same colonizer. Each country has a different country which have been colonizing, so it's created a difference among languages, and the influence which have been there have been changing people with time. Which even one of the things which shocked me was to see how the most spoken languages of Africa are not even originated African language, they're either mixed or outside languages. As if you see the top 5 language of Africa, there is Swahili, Arabic, French, Hausa, and Igbo. So if you see these first 3 languages as Swahili is not an originated African language, it's just a mixture of outside language with inside language of Africa. If you come also to Arabic, it's not an African language, it's an outside language. And same also if you come to French, it's not an African language, it's an outside language. So this explains that Africa doesn't have for now a large number of people speaking the original language. And I think this is a challenge for us as Africans. Why should we forget about our origin? So I think it should be an assignment for each one of us to think again of keeping our originalities so that we don't lose them. So thank you so much for being here. If you want another person also to know about Africa, please share this video with any other person who you want, and let's share Africa to the world.